Okay. Now we have also understood the difference between individual demand schedule and market demand schedule. Now the next part is reasons for inverse relationship between price and demand. We all know that demand curve is negatively sloped. Why it is negatively sloped? Because the change in price divided by change in quantity is always negative. Now we have to understand that why demand curve is negatively sloped. Why it is downward sloping always, why change in price by change in quantity is always negative. To understand this concept, to understand the inverse relationship between price and demand, the chapter gives you different explanations. Among them, one is cardinal explanation. Now what is this cardinal explanation? According to the cardinal theory of Marshallian theory, the main reasons behind the downward sloping of demand curve is the operation of law of diminishing marginal utility. You know MU, marginal utility. The law states that the MU will decrease as we consumes more and more units. Okay, I have taken the example of samosa. You are very hungry, you eat one samosa. Still you are hungry, you eat 2 samosas, 3 samosas, 4 samosas. By the time your hunger will get satisfied and now your stomach will be full. Even if now the shopkeeper will offer you free samosas, you will not be able to eat that samosa. It means what? A rational consumer attains its equilibrium at the point where mu is equal to p. If mu will be greater than p or less than p, a consumer will find that when mu will be is equal to p. It means when it attains equilibrium, when your stomach is full, you will stop eating samosa. Okay. The next point is ordinal explanation given by J.R. Hicks. Now it can be explained in terms of substitution effect. Ordinal explanation has been explained by 2 ways. Substitution effect, that is also written as SC, and income effect, which is also written as IC. When the price changes of any product, its effect is seen on the demand, that is known as price effect. Okay, it means what? Price effect, which is written as PE, is equal to substitution effect plus income effect. It means to understand the ordinal explanation, first you have to understand the substitution effect and the income effect. What is this SE and IC? Now we'll start with substitution effect. To understand substitution effect, I have taken the example of tea. For example, take the example of tea. If the price of tea falls, okay, then it becomes cheaper in the comparison of coffee, very cheaper. Then consumer will start using or start consuming tea instead of coffee. Okay, that is, instead of coffee they start drinking or they will buy more tea. Why they will buy more tea? Because the price of tea has fallen. So now they have substituted. They have substituted the coffee by tea. This is substitution effect. One more is income effect. What is income effect? To understand income effect, I have taken the example of pen. Suppose the price of pen is 10 rupees. But now what happens? The price falls from 10 to 5. In such case, the real income of the consumer increases. Okay, in the beginning they were only able to purchase one pen for rupees 10. Now when the price falls from 10 to 5, the consumer will be able to purchase 2 pens. Now the consumer can buy more units with the same money. They have 10 rupees only. In the beginning they can buy only 1 pen, but when price falls from 10 to 5, now they are able to purchase 2 pens. This is income effect. Now the third is change in number of customers. When the price of product falls, some new customers who were unable to purchase earlier will enter into the market. In the beginning, I will take the same example of pen. In the beginning, the price of pen was 10 rupees. everyone was not able or they cannot afford to buy the pen of 10 rupees. But when the price falls from 10 to 5, now the new customers will also enter into the market who earlier were unable to purchase the pen. Conversely, in this case, with the rise in price, existing customers will find difficult to buy the product. Now I have taken price fallen. If the price of same pen will increase, suppose 20 rupees, then the existing customers, those who were purchasing it at 10 rupees, they will be unable to purchase it at 20 rupees. So they may not purchase the same pen. So automatically there will be reduce in the consumption. Why? Because they will find it difficult to buy the product. In the beginning, the pen was of 10 rupees. When it got decreased to 5 rupees, new customers entered. But then after, if it increased, then the consumer or the customers will leave and they will shift to some another product.